thought it was like put my hand on the cabinet and I missed the cabinet and roughly.
All right, that's good. So I played the wrong one.
Oh, well, welcome to the Fling Show, folks. Thank y'all for joining us on a Monday night. Do we have an incredible show this evening? I cannot wait to. We're going to have to get to it quickly because we have so many special guests here, there, everywhere. Man, what about this weekend? How about that Southern Star duo this weekend, Hemi? What'd you think?
It was amazing, actually. From my own personal standpoint, it was a little rough. You know, the first round was a little rough, and kind of wanted to get in the car and go home. I'm glad I didn't, because it was an incredible tournament. Some of the things that went down, Casey Pennington beating most of the men's field at Little E. I want to see a chart on that because Casey was killing it.
She's got a clean game. I was so thrilled to see that red -3 overall. Like,
amazing.
yeah, I had to give her a little shout out.
She shot 985 the first round.
Woo.
And 959 the second round.
Way to go, girl.
Wow.
Way to go. Taking FPO, this clean sweep.
We had Jeremy Dale Richards winning, beating Sam and George and Wesley and Masters plus 40. Had Edward Gragert taking the win and in a playoff, I think.
And no, he won on the last hole.
On the last hole.
He won on the
Okay.
last hole. But congratulations, Edward. My favorite, though, of course, is our own local Mr. 16 over, Mr. Barton Taylor.
Yeah, Bart.
Woo, woo.
Way to
Whoop,
go.
whoop. Mr. Bart, way to go. Took down Mr. Needham. Can't believe it. That was awesome. Great job. But
It was great seeing Bart at the party afterwards at the Southern Star and hanging out with Bart and talking to him. And it's good to see Bart back because I remember there was just like a month ago, he was all blue about, not being able to play and all this. And now he's back winning tournaments. Congrats, Bart. We had John Montenegro taking down his first tournament, first time to play in advanced. And,
you're going to see a special little clip at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. We got a live interview with him right after at Southern Star, so that'll be at the end of the show. Y'all stay tuned for that as well.
Kelsey winning, and she stepped up.
Yeah, she just moved up to intermediate, and then she took her first intermediate win, solid. I'm so proud of this girl. She's really, really super clean game, consistent, so proud of her.
It's funny that an airplane flew over right when we were talking about Kelsey there.
Oh, yeah, she's a traveler.
Have y'all seen her new logo with Empire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
Another sponsored one. Way to go, Kelsey.
Yep.
Yes. And then Laurie Rogers in rec.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Rogers won.
Yeah, I just scrolled down. I didn't see that one earlier.
Who also got improved, player.
Most
what do you call that?
improved.
Most improved player of the year.
Yeah.
Northside Chain
And she
Gang.
has
And what was Kelsey? Kelsey won something too.
player of the year.
Player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Well,
she
it is
did.
Yep. And
Our
the
own
Fling
Dominique.
Show too.
Oh, yeah, member of
The
the year.
Fling Show.
Man,
We
I really
got-
miss being there with y'all. I watched live when I could, and it was such a awesome.
Yeah, and thank you, Matt, and all you guys at Northside Chain Gang for that vote, because we're all crew. Matt back there, Matt Lang, and we could not do this without Matt. There's no way. And so that award goes to all four of us, and I'm so proud of that thing, man. Thank you.
I was
Thank
shocked.
you all.
I was very shocked. I'm humbled by that. The recognition from our community for sure is something I will remember forever. And that's our first award. I didn't expect our show to get an award, but to get this was very humbling, to be honest with you. So thank y'all very, very much.
Thank you.
But
Henry Benty.
okay, that's an
Youngster.
incredible young man. We're going to have to get this young kid on the show sometime. So we're going to have to reach out to Mr. Bente and that whole family. From what I hear, they're a phenomenal team of disc golfers. And this kid's 15 years old, folks. 15. So he's another one. He's already chasing Montenegro. We thought Montenegro was going to have a leap start ahead, but boy howdy, he's already got a young one on his tail right here in this area. So congratulations to you, young man.
That's right. Jeremy Dale Richards, congrats on that win.
Yes, he's been practicing, just moved up. We talked to him and played around with him before he went to that tournament. So congratulations to you, Mr. Richardson, as well.
Yeah.
That's right. I hooked him up with a Fling Show pin right after that, and I held on to it, and I was the whole time I was holding on to this thing, and then I found out he won. I was like, so I sought him out,
We're
said,
going to
"Congrats."
we're going to leave one of them open because they're our special guests this evening because it's a division in which I have my biggest heart for. So we're not going to tell you who the winner was, but we will tell you who came in second. And he wasn't a loser, even though I'm going to give him heck about being one. But that was Travis Dillard. Heck of a job getting second place in rec. Really well done, sir. I know you've been putting in the work along with putting out the disc that y'all have been putting out. But I just want to go ahead and mention that. But while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and lead into our guest this evening. A kid that I got to play with like his first or second round ever. And literally, y'all have ever played with people like that, you realize you throw the disc and it may land behind them, right? Because they do not understand the idea of overstable, understable. And he came, and Charles Mayo happened to be there and asked if he could play with us. And of course, like anybody else in this community, we're always welcoming everybody. So I got to see this gentleman go from shooting like a 120, and I bet I wasn't off by much, to now being the winner of the Southern Star Open Rec Division, and that is Mr. Chase
All right,
Gragert.
Chase.
Man, congratulations, sir, and welcome to the show. You know I have so much love for this division. So tell me, how does it feel to get your first win?
Oh man, it feels absolutely amazing to come out and throw 70 foot in the air, to hitting trees and not being able to hit a line for all the hard work and all the coaching that everyone's given me, to finally come out and put everything together and get that W. Man, it feels awesome.
Yeah, and to see that, I mean, I do have to admit, it wasn't the first time that you weren't close to winning a tournament. You has been very close a few times. So while this was a B tier, I know there's a couple C tiers, a couple rounds where you were just right there and almost there to take it within that NPT and some other events. So congratulations to you, young man. That is awesome.
Thank you. It means a lot. It really meant a lot to where you critiquing my putting a lot. So finally, I had to come home, put some discs on the bed of my truck, and just start just throwing them at the basket and figuring it out. And it definitely was a difference. It was me and my putting.
Yeah, it takes those reps. I was going to ask you, is there someone you emulate on YouTube, or how did you learn your game? Because I know, just personally, I know that you pretty much have to kind of watch somebody, learn from them. Is it just out playing around, or do you click on somebody and learn and study it?
It's definitely out playing around. I take a lot from a lot of different people. I've watched AP putt, especially his putting. Jason Maith, his putting. Uh, Mayo, his sidearm. I mean, he's got some amazing power, both backhand and sidearm. It's a collective through the group of who I've watched and just been out playing and losing some money, quite frankly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but just here recently, it's just putting a stack of putters on the bed of my truck about 20-25 foot out and just going through the motions, figuring out what works, and just going with it. And it definitely made the difference, especially incorporating the backhand, which, as y'all know, I'm mainly a flick dominant person. Allowing that to come into my game seriously gave me an advantage, and I can see where my game is hopefully going to progress.
Yeah, that's the other question I had, and you just answered me. Was what was your throw? Is it backhand or the flick? And apparently, it's the flick.
It's the flick.
Yeah. So yeah, to get both of those nailed down is something that I've yet to do, and I've been working on it. Is that something that you're working on, getting that backhand going?
I'm definitely working on incorporating more of a backhand into my game. The flick kind of just came natural Don't ask me how. It just kind of just came to me. But when it comes to those backhand shots, and I know I need to do it, it makes me really nervous trying to do it. But um, man, I've gotten a bunch of pointers, I've gotten a bunch of tips, and guys that are helping me along the way, and it I can definitely tell a huge difference being able to rely on that backhand and just being able to be confident in relying on those shots, not just only my flick.
Now, let me ask you, with the practice that you were doing, it seems like maybe you were already more advanced than those competitors, but was it early on in the game that you realized that you had this, or was it kind of a last you were battling it out to the end?
With the tournament or just the
The,
flick and backhand.
this tournament, yeah, Southern Star.
Um, During McDade, I came out and I got there really early. I got there. I got at McDade at like 6 o'clock. I was super determined because at the beginning of the year, I decided that yes, I had a natural ability to throw a disc, but I wanted to win a rec division tournament. So when I came out, and especially with the Southern Star, I felt really good. Uh, I felt as I was in the top percentage of where the tournament was. And as soon as I found out where I stood in the standings, I wasn't going to let up. Me and Travis, we battled the entire second round, and man, it was so much fun. I haven't had that much fun in forever. But
Nice.
both of us were encouraging each other. We were battling each other. We were talking mess amongst each other. But in the end, it was such a great time, and it man, I couldn't have asked for someone to go up and battle against.
So walk us through the moment that you knew that you had won, because I heard from Travis the story when he knew he had lost. Okay, so I want to hear the story from the side of the person. When did you know you had won the tournament? Be honest.
We went into the playoff, and we flipped. We flipped to see who was going to go first, and he lost, so he had to shoot first, and his drive, flat out amazing. I mean, I was nervous as soon as I saw the disc come out of his hand. I was like, oh man, I got to do something cool. And at that moment, I was like, okay, like it's go for it or whatever. And I as soon as the firestorm left my hand, and I honestly thought it was gonna ace. I really thought it was gonna be a walk off ace. It hit a little yopon, and it came down, and I was maybe 15, maybe 20 away from the basket. I had a good idea that I was going to win it, but I can't count Travis out. He had been making putts after putts after putts. I mean, the dude was on fire that second round. He was on fire the first round, shooting even out at McDade. So whenever he missed that putt, I was like, okay, I got this. But whenever I even kissed my mini putting it down, grabbed my putter, and I don't think I've ever shook that much. I was like, because I mean, as you know, Chris, you've seen me miss 5-foot putts. Putting is by far the weakest point of my. And so sitting there at 15, 20, trying to make a putt for a win, I felt good about it, but I was super scared. But I knew, I was like, okay, just go through the motions, take it slow, and go in. And I mean, I was confident in myself in that last putt. I knew I was going to make it. There was no way I was going to walk away with that with second place. I wanted it.
Well, man, that's congratulations. I know I'm so proud of you, and I'm proud of Travis too. And we're good friends with Travis as well. But nothing makes us happier than to see the success in which y'all have gotten. And before we let you leave, is there anyone you want to give a shout out, a thank you to? Whatever you'd like to do, the floor is yours.
Man, I definitely want to give out to our new Northside Chain Gang president, Mr. Anthony Perkins. That man has been beside me the entire time since I've started, giving me tips, pointers, what to do, a kick in the butt when I needed it. I mean, that man has really pushed my game to the next level. Got to give a shout out to Lucky Ace disc owner, Mr. J, my Dubs partner for Texas State Dubs out there at Shawshank coming up. Definitely gonna win it there in intermediate, so definitely ready for that one. And man, anybody who's been around and played around with me and who's came out and given their time and their advice and just helped me, and it means more than you know. Just finding a sport to where I can play and be competitive and not having to destroy my body and feeling like I hate myself the next morning. it's awesome. So the whole entire Northside Chain Gang community for everything that y'all have done, the work days to keep up with the courses, the money that everyone has raised. I mean, it's a group that I am 100% proud to be a part of, and I could not be more proud to be part of an organization. So thank you everybody in the Northside Chain Gang.
Well, I know we all look forward to seeing what's coming in the future for you. Thanks for coming on the show. We're so proud of you again. Hope to see you. Hope to have another interview with you when you win your next one as well. So thanks for coming on tonight. Congratulations. You have a good weekend, sir.
Yeah, it's an honor.
Absolutely.
Jay.
You as well.
Bet. Peace out.
Thank you for having me on.
You bet. Wow. What a nice young man he is. And like I said, I had the opportunity to see him from the ground up. And that's just, it's a great feeling to see someone succeed like that. But our first ever, we're about to have our first ever in-studio guest.
That's
and
right.
It's we have just advanced amazingly.
Speaking of
who's going to be?
Ace.
Oh, the Lucky Ace.
That's right. We have Lucky Ace's Jay Almaguer here with us. And he's got some other people too that might be jumping in here with this Lucky Ace crew. We've been seeing them pop up, and this Lucky Ace logo you saw on Chase's chest. We see it everywhere. Jay has done a great job. It's his full-time job now, and we're really proud to introduce the Lucky Ace crew
and the team.
And let's get Jay out.
We got a little clip for y'all
to watch. We're gonna show the
watch.
clip first, yeah. And thanks, Chris, for putting all this work. What's that?
The Lucky. All right. Well, we're going to be showing you a clip because once again, this is an organic show, as he likes to always say.
That's right.
We kind of introduce y'all to our gaffes a little bit. But we are going to be having them on. There were a lot of awards this weekend also with Northside Chain Gang we're going to need to get to. You had the Player of the Year and Freddie Meza, which I thought was wonderful.
Who's another Lucky Ace?
Lucky Ace. And
not able to make it.
Newcomer Female of the Year, Miss Dominique Whitehead as well. Oh, yeah. That was a wonderful addition from the Lucky Ace team that we're about to see. They just did a great job this weekend. That was a great tournament. I had a great time. First time I played in an open card.
Oh, that's right.
Finished in the top 10. It was incredible. First top 10.
Just barely.
I got 6th, which was great. I'm not bad. You know, so we run the clip now?
Yep.
All right. Well, folks, look how lucky we are. No pun intended. The new Lucky Ace team. We're going to get to meet them this week. Mr. Freddie Meza leading it off. What an incredible player he is. Our 2020 McKinney Match Play Champion. We're going to follow that up by Northside Zone, new president of the Northside Chain Gang, with their AP Anthony Perkins, your 2018 Texas State Champion. And one of my favorite lefties, this young man's got talent, he's got game, Mr. Marcus Stevenson, straight from Tomball, Texas. Yeah, well, I love to watch that kid play. He was the advanced 2018 Waco Open champion. Now this young man right here, he is not from around these parts, but he has started to fit in extremely well. Mr. Jason Maith, our 2020 McKinney Match Play Advanced Division champion. What a great kid he is. Speaking of kids, our junior champion here, straight from California, that's nowhere near Texas, Mr. John Montenegro. Boy, howdy, you better watch out, folks, what this kid's game is. It's growing and growing and growing. And finally, we all need to welcome the latest addition, Miss Dominique Whitehead, your 2020 Spring Valley Spectacular Troy Kirkpatrick Open Rec Division champion. But yes, we're going to meet all these folks on Monday. The whole Lucky Ace team. You know how we do it at the Fling Show. The Fling Show. That's all, folks. The end. Well, look what we have here. Have we not progressed? It has been 8 months. We have gone from Zoom calls and him in my house together into now we had our own studio. We've changed, we've moved, and now we have our first in-studio guest, and I'm very honored to bring them to you. A wonderful group in the north side area doing incredible things for the disc golf community. The things that him and I have been preaching about from the beginning is getting sponsorship and interest in local players in our area. We have no other than the Lucky Ace team and the president owner, Mr. Jay Almanger here. And we're going to get to know them here quickly. For all of y'all who don't know Jay's backstory, we're going to get a little bit of insight of why he got here, why we're here, and what he expects in the future. So how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Well, welcome. You bet. Welcome, everybody. If you want to
Yeah.
introduce everybody, be great.
Yeah, so we'll start off. First, my name is Jay Almaguer. We had a first team member, Jason Maith, right here. Marcus Stevenson. That's going to stick, by the way. And then, of course, your 2018 Texas State champ, AP.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I was there. Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, guys. Thank y'all for coming in. Incredible team here. I mean, incredible talent across the board. One thing we did notice, and we pointed out earlier when we were talking about bringing this group on, is that quite a few of these members not only participated in our match play, but were also the champions. And that means that they are extremely talented from top to bottom. And I look forward to what they're going to be doing in the future. So, what is it that you're going to be doing in the future?
Well, first off, we started off sponsoring players. I think the big thing that I wanted to do is make sure that I'm taking care of these guys and not just making money off of them, off their tournaments. We made sure to set up a good deal so they're all happy.
Absolutely.
I think they're pretty happy with that. Just to make sure that they do get into those big tournaments. Them wearing the gear is really all I asked them to do. And then show up for videos and stuff like this to kind of promote the brand and grow the sport, really. I mean, that's a big thing that we're trying to do. But you talk about the match play, and I think that's funny because, a lot of my players actually were in your match play, so thank you for that. Putting them on a platform like that was great. And so the first time, I think we got you the week before your match play, right?
Yeah. Yep. The week
We were
before the
playing
match.
in San Antonio at UC Court, just a casual round. Of course, I was beating Jason by we stopped counting. He doesn't like to finish the score when that happens.
Let's bring it back down to normal. let's get real for it.
So I asked Jason, if he would mind or if he would be considered to be a sponsor. The first one of Lucky Ace, and he can go ahead and tell you how it went.
Obviously, he knew
said no.
that. I leaned real
How
hard,
much?
but he twisted my arm just enough to give me. He knew that I was already. He didn't even have to ask me, and I was part of the brand. That was excited about every idea he bounced off me. We talked a lot about the business side of it, the disc golf side of it, growth, about what the face of the program wants to be. It's not just a disc golf company; it's a family. It's bringing people in, really spreading the brand, and just enjoying who you're around, because a lot of disc golf is out there with your buddies having a good time, and that's what Lucky Ace promotes, and that's what we're really trying to do. But besides that, met Jay and said, yeah, obviously I would definitely join his team.
And it was perfect timing because his match play was that weekend, and then of course y'all saw he won.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
He was down by
3.
Yeah.
3 with 3 holes to go.
Dormy 3.
3, and he won every single one of those holes.
Yeah, it's incredible.
To
And
get to
Ricky
the
was
finals.
awesome.
This is to get to the finals, not in the finals.
This was the first round.
The first round.
Just to
Oh,
get
first
to
round.
the
Yeah,
second round.
Yeah.
But Ricky played a great
Yeah,
match. He
And
had
he's
a
a
couple.
beast too. So
Yeah, he had a couple bad holes at the end. It was just mishap, and I just saw an opportunity and do what you got to do to win. That's what we play for, right?
Now, building the team in the future, obviously you have 2 studs on the outside, and you also have the Northside Chain Gang Player of the Year in Freddie Meza.
We do.
So there are a lot of tournaments I know locally, but there are also a lot of tournaments on the state level. And I know that both of you have played quite a few of them in the past. Is that still what you're looking to do to expand the brand,
Yeah.
to get out into the Austin area, the Dallas area,
Yes.
San Antonio?
Exactly. That's exactly what we want to do. Of course, Houston is the central spot. This is home. Even though I'm from San Antonio, when it comes to disc golf, Houston's my home, and we're here. But we also want to spread over to San Antonio, Austin, even the Dallas area. We'll be collabing with other shops in those areas to maybe throw some tournaments, minis, stuff like that. That's all we have in the future. I mean, we really want to start traveling more, playing more courses. I think one of the things we noticed is that we're really good at the courses that we're used to, but when we get out and about, it's tough especially when you're playing blind. So traveling, getting these guys in front of the camera, promoting the sport. I mean, that's our future. I mean, that's what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I know you have a big opportunity this weekend in a tournament. This kind of came up in a flash to our attention here in the Houston area with the So-So Classic that's going to be coming up in Timpson, Texas this weekend. Our own David Himmeline got an invitation. It's an invitation-only tournament. I'm also sitting next to another member who is invited, and you also have Freddie, who was invited. I don't know if Freddie's accepted or
Right,
not.
so Freddie has accepted. AP, he's got some family.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going. Sorry.
No, my sister was getting married the night before, so.
You can wait.
Edit that out.
I wish I could go.
She's
but
not my
unfortunately
sister.
I can't.
I love you, sister.
Yeah, so we'll have Freddie there.
Okay.
Freddie has accepted the invitation to be representing Lucky Aces.
Sir.
Just like
So-
he did at Piney Woods too, man. He's
Just
great.
another opportunity with a great course out there. This is a 1,000 rated tournament. These players are all within 900,000 and higher. I know that they were all invited. For those that could make it, it's going to just be loaded. Do take a look at that. We're going to be covering it ourselves, posting some video of the course coming up. Here we are heading out there on Friday, so we'll give you an update on that as well. Hopefully get Freddie involved, maybe get around in there if he's going to go up a little bit early.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for that. But I know that you'd also broach the subject to Hemi and I about maybe doing something special in this area
Yep.
as far as next year is concerned. You want to give our viewers a little insight on
So
that?
yeah, I mean we'll definitely have more details later, but
Sure.
we sat down with Hemi and Chris and we talked about doing another ace race like they did for Halloween.
Yes.
It'll be the Lucky Ace race. You'll be able to watch it on the Fling Show. It's going to be January the 2nd. That's the date. The course to be determined. It's a mystery. We just haven't figured out which one, but we will.
You can't practice it yet. That's why.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, we can't. So, but it'll be fun. I mean, of course, you saw how these guys run the last ace race.
That was awesome.
Was
Fun.
amazing,
Great job.
and that's really what helped us. We're like, you know what? That's amazing with the name and everything. It's perfect. Let's just team up. Let's get it done. We love
Thanks for the
collabing with you
support,
guys.
man. You guys being there was huge for us.
Dude, that
Oh,
was
it was
a lot
fun.
of
Yeah.
It was a lot of
Had a
fun.
great time.
And I
too.
love the baskets.
Oh yeah,
There's some interesting baskets out there.
You're talking about the Fling Halloween that we
Yeah.
had. If you're not familiar with that, go online. We have videos of some of the aces that were hit and pictures of the event and the baskets that were done. It was quite incredible. We all had a great time. And this community, I think, just goes to show that we can't do it alone. We started this program to bring forward teams like these, players like these guys right here, especially because Mr. Stevenson and Mr. AP over here were one of our first 2 interviews that they were thoughtful enough to even give us the time of day and come on the show. And they were our first 2 interviews that we had. And you look now at 7 months later, what we've been able to accomplish. It's been great, and it's only because of people like this. And the community can only and grow with it. So we look forward to the future and to see what comes.
Yes,
That is for sure. We are honored to have y'all on the show. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Love the show, man.
Yeah, we
what
do.
you guys do for the
Well,
local area
yeah.
is amazing.
We really do. We try to blast it every time we get a chance on our site, so
Yeah.
we really appreciate it.
You bet.
But we do also have one other thing that we wanted to kind
Sure.
of announce. I've noticed a lot of skins matches being posted on YouTube, and they're great. I love it. A lot of fun, and you get to see all these pros make a lot of money, which is pretty cool. So we try to think of, okay, we could do one, but how are we going to get people to really check it out? So we came up with a concept. We're going to do a skins match next Sunday. It'll be on our Facebook Live, and you're going to see these guys battle it out. But the cool thing is that you guys are going to be in it. They're just going to be your champions. You're going to get a $10 Lucky Ace gift card per hole. You have to tune in live. You're going to have to comment in order for us to pick you. We're going to pick a random person. You might get AP. You might get Jason. You might get Marcus, Freddie, or John. And if they win that hole, you win the money, not them. So it's something that you're going to win, and you can spend it on the site. I think we talked about maybe shortening it to just 9 holes just to make it easy. So I might bump that up to $20 a hole if we do that.
Ooh.
So
I know
next
we'll
Sunday, let us know. Like I said, I'll be going live randomly throughout the week just to test it and see how many people tune in. But I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I think it's going to be a great event. Yeah, absolutely.
So stay tuned.
Maybe Wynwood, because that's the toughest, per hole. Because there's going to be a lot of
A lot of
pushes between
separation
those
there
5,
with
yeah.
the open players. We found that out as well.
Yeah.
Unless
we
you
like
play
to
something
do it a
tight,
lot.
it's especially if you're going to be playing 2-on-2 or all 4.
It's going to be
It's
all
gotta be
5
all
of them.
5 singles.
Yeah, so then it's hard sometimes to get a separation hole. 'Cause
Right.
You have to be pushing.
So we're gonna
I
find
gotcha.
9 holes.
Yeah,
that we
you
pick out.
find some
Yeah.
9
And
fun
even
holes.
if it pushes
You make
the
some safari
person,
golf.
it'll carry over with them, and you'll be able to still get your $10 or $20 depending on how many holes we do.
Yeah, so it
So you-
doesn't push the same amount. You don't win twice as much as however many
Right,
holes
yeah,
they
you
win.
don't. You just split it, so you're guaranteed. Unless you get picked twice. Unless you
So
get
if
picked
one
twice.
person gets picked,
You gotta be lucky.
you can get picked every
Gotta
person
get
on
lucky
the
to-
list.
yeah,
You
gotta
get
get
lucky.
lucky.
Yeah,
Well,
gotta get lucky.
Well, before we let these guys go, we're always remiss, and I know that Hemi tries to always remind us to always ask them if you have any, shout outs you'd like to give, any thanks, anybody that each one of y'all would like. It's holiday season sometimes. It's sometimes just nice to be thankful and thoughtful. And so before we let you go, we'd like to give y'all the opportunity to give a shout out to somebody.
First of all, the giveaway too.
Oh, did you get
Oh
the
yeah, before we do all that, we're not gonna do the giveaway right this second, but we're gonna look back after the show. Comment #LuckyAce in the comments, and you could win this P2. It's an S-Line P2 putter, and you'll also get a hoodie, whatever size you get. We have all the sizes, so go ahead and do that now, and then after the show, we'll go look at the comments and pick a random winner.
The winner will be announced in the comments.
Yeah.
I know y'all don't think about this, but y'all should sign it. Just to be honest with you.
We could,
I think
yeah.
we
Hey,
should
hey,
let
the
team-
winner's discretion.
You
They
should
want
sign.
it
Yeah, if
signed.
you want it
On the
signed.
inside.
If not,
Yeah, sign
Yep.
on the inside.
Yeah.
If they
I
want
know that there's a lot of people who have a lot of respect for your team and the members that you have on it.
I mean, we appreciate
And like
it.
I like to think that we're moving up in that direction. So I think that's always a nice little touch.
Yeah, and shout out to Northside Chain Gang because they're always show us love. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to get all this
Don't forget
started.
Dominique, you haven't mentioned her yet.
That's
Yeah, Dominica, she couldn't be here because she's testing out her plastic in Austin right now.
Miss Whitehead.
Probably crushing it. Yeah.
They hit me up. They sent me
But
some
we-
video. We'll have some
I'm
videos
glad you brought it
tomorrow.
up. Yeah, I'm glad you did bring it up because we do have something big in the works with Dominique that involves like a disc golf girl clothing line. Yeah, so it's gonna be something that Lucky Ace does, but it's gonna be separate. It's gonna be just for the girls, and I'm glad we have her on board because my ideas were horrible. And I don't know if you noticed when she's playing, she's rolling up her sleeve, and every time I see that, I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta get some new shirts.
Our first lady shirts, we only knew how to pick them because Meredith told us what
See?
style we had to
Dude,
get.
those
So,
fling show shirts are-
our ladies fling show shirts were beautiful for the tournament that Travis did for LSD. So thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Meredith.
But it does take a lady's touch to dress the ladies, guys.
Yes,
So
yes.
please
Thank
ask
you,
the
Dominic.
smarter
Absolutely.
people
Thank
in
you.
the room. Sometimes it's not you, it's them. So that's why I like to surround myself with smart people, and so I'm not so stressed.
Yeah. Now the last one, I don't want to forget him because you guys talked about him earlier, is John Montenegro.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well, we do have a little clip at the end of the show for John for the interview, so they're going to get to know him a little bit better here in a little while.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
Awesome.
good job, champ.
Great pickup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome kid. Great golfer.
Before we leave though, I do want to mention it is incredible that the sponsorships that Lucky Ace is doing. If you haven't noticed, we have a rec player. You had a junior player who we all know is not really a junior player. He's just kind of
Okay.
pretending to be one because of his age. However, you do have a rec player, a junior player, advanced players, and open players.
Yes.
And I love to see that
Yeah.
because to me, the meat of the players are the rec, the intermediate, and the advanced. Nothing against these great guys here, but they were once those guys as well. So I think they can all
Yes.
concur. Without them,
Absolutely.
the sport is not going to grow.
Right,
So I love
exactly.
the fact that you're bringing on not only the ladies, but you're bringing on the non-open players, and thank you for doing that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's important to me. I think y'all all know that.
Yeah. And then we're going to continue to grow. I mean, this is the team for the year, but we'll continue to grow in the future. Hopefully next year we'll have more to offer.
Okay, I'm sorry. Someone did ask me a question, and I've got to go ahead and ask you this. How does one become a member of Lucky? Because it has been put out there that you are to apply for it, or you're somehow supposed to make some members aware that you would like to be on said team. So, moving forward, and this is, it's funny, but it is important to me.
Sure.
Because I ask a lot of times, how do people get sponsored? What
Right.
does it take for them to get sponsored? I've always said if you've got a good Facebook presence, a good a public presence to get the people excited about whoever that's sponsoring you out
Sure.
there is just only one step. But is there a program when they fill out an application? Do they send you a message? What is moving forward for Lucky Ace next year? It may change.
Yeah.
How does one become a member?
So right now, honestly, the way I've been doing it is just on the fly. I go with my gut feeling. I'm watching everybody. But I know I'm the owner and all, but I don't really just go and make decisions on my own. I go with these guys and I'm like, hey, we went through a lot of players. Jason, like I said, he brought up John. We watched him. Then he hit that 1,000 rated around Spring Valley, and it's kind of a no-brainer. But also, I mean, it's not just about play; it's about character. I want people that are passionate and that want to grow the sport, and then can play. I mean, we all want talent, but it's got to be everything in one. We have to have that melting pot in order for you to represent the team.
Love
So,
it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for doing that.
Oh yeah, thank you.
But like I said, before we leave, any thank you shout outs for the holiday, guys?
I'll shout out to my wife that lets me get to play as golf as much as I can.
Thank
And,
you.
thank you so much for
Thank you,
that.
Ash.
Thank you, Ashley.
I need to meet
I also want to give a shout out to the community. I've only been here I'm pretty new to the area
He's
for a
the
couple
former
years.
of the bunch.
So everyone's been super open and being friendly and bringing me in and really making me feel at home here. And I just appreciate that big time. So thank you, everybody else.
AP?
Shout out to Carly getting married this Friday. It's haunting me right now, but it's all good. I love you so much. Picked a good
AP's
guy.
not getting married. His sister is. That almost sound like you were getting married.
We're close, okay? You're my only sister. And then shout out to mom and dad for letting me go out and play. We have a family-owned business, so it's us three. They handle the big stuff, so they let me get out. And while I'm learning to take over the business. And thank you, Perkins Carpet Company.
There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you, Matt, Edward, Meredith, Mayo. It's been a great couple of years for Northside Chain Gang, and we've done a lot of work for this community. These guys are stepping up big time now. So, putting Houston on the map, guys. Thank y'all so much. We can't do it without y'all.
Yep. Mr. Stevens?
And it's been said, but the Northside Chain Gang, for 10 years ago, I just started playing disc golf to have some fun. But to meet everybody here and to make the connections and just fall in love with disc golf,
Yes, sir.
it's all because of it.
Right.
It's been said, but
Jay?
Mom.
Yeah.
Of course, my mom. I mean, mom and dad, but mainly mom. And you know why. I'm a mama's boy. So I love you, Mom. Hope you're watching.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to give thanks to my team. I want to give thanks to these guys, to the Northside Chain Gang. I think for all of us on the fling team, we appreciate everything that y'all do. We look forward to what y'all do because without it, we would not be able to talk about anything. And you know how much I like to talk. I'm a good talker. So, but thank y'all all, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next year. I would get into the Northside Chain Gang and all that presidency stuff, but we're gonna have another interview with these guys to go over those things and another time. But until then, we're gonna end the show with a little clip of Mr. Montenegro, the winner of his first event this weekend. And so until next week, everybody, y'all have a good night.
Later.
Thank you, Fling Show.
As Jimmy says, be nice to everyone. Be sweet. Be nice. Are we off, Matt?
Well, welcome. We are here with the new Team Lucky Ace member, Mr. John Montenegro. Congratulations, sir, on being picked up. It's been amazing watching you. We've got to watch you since the Max Play Junior episode, and now to be picked up by Lucky Ace. How does that feel, and how did that kind of go about?
First of all, it feels great. First, I want to thank my Lord and my Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me the opportunity and the ability to play this wonderful game. And, it was pretty slow, honestly. Playing a few events here and there, and winning and placing well. And Jay reached out to me. He was like, before anyone else picks you up, I want to pick you up. And I couldn't deny it. Jay's an awesome guy. He treats us real well, and really, really great. I'm super excited for the future.
Hey, we're excited about Lucky Ace because we feel like we created this team with our match plays. No, not that we created it, but it just so happens that there are a lot of winners that came that happen to be Lucky Ace. Have you aced with the Lucky Ace stuff?
I have.
Right.
It was the Lone Hall 2 on 06 every game. So that was the one, and hopefully many more to come.
Now, you said it took you a few tournaments and to kind of finally get the sponsorships and everything. So tell me what Lucky Ace is doing for you as a player and your next step in the evolution of John's game here.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, they're kind of opening my, view of tournaments and stuff. They're offering potential tournaments to enter me in, tournaments that I usually wouldn't have the chance to go to, that they're trying to get me in, to get more exposure for not just me, but the brand as well. Yeah.
Have you thought about going pro?
I have. The goal, I turn 18 in May, so I would like to have that rating close to 970, 980-ish before my birthday and start playing pro at my birthday and actually do from there.
I'm going to ask you a question. I know your dad's going to be a little difficult to hear.
Okay.
We met you and your talent was in baseball.
It was.
You came all the way from California, and we know that you have quite a bit of talent. You're playing at your high school right now.
I do.
Do you see yourself still progressing with the baseball, or is it going to be 50-50? How do you feel about that?
At the moment, it's getting close to the end of my senior year, and I have a few college opportunities, scholarships here and there. So I think at the moment, college is priority. Getting to I can always pick this up and get into college, and there's still going to be time to play. But focusing on college and baseball is the number one.
Yeah. Well, congrats, man. It's great watching you progress.
Thank you.
And it's great being a part of it. We love watching you. We love your vibe and your putt. It's not too bad either.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys do for not only the game but just for the community. You guys rock. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, man. Lucky
Appreciate
Ace.
it. Lucky
Yeah.
Ace for sure.
Well, we are very lucky to have John back down here in Texas. He is from California, but this kid is incredible. Can't wait to see how he progresses there. And until next time, guys, y'all have a great night. Peace.
Nice job, man.